You know what? I was going to marry someone super beautiful, but now the scene is just too sweet, Dad. Wait a second. I don't want to marry her. I'm really going to marry her. Marry her? That sounds so crazy. How can you marry a young woman who's like my big sister? I really like you, babe. I like you a lot. Honey, can you hear me speaking? Can you talk in French? I learned it at school. Dad, you absolutely must marry her. She'll learn all the secrets. Help me out. Subtitles. Annie is growing up at an astonishingly rapid pace, and the gold digger is no longer concealing her true nature. It's really amusing. Annie sent another SOS to Harry, but of course, the butler intercepted it. What bad luck. Grandpa had the butler pour some drinks, and that's when Harry noticed the SOS. He thought he might be tipsy, so he made an excuse to go get some fresh air. Once outside, she hurried to the phone booth and learned from Annie that her dad is getting hitched to the gold digger in just 2 weeks. Harry was finally panicking. The only solution was to trick Mom into coming to America. But as she stepped out, she ran right into Grandpa had already noticed the changes in his granddaughter. With a gentle query, Annie spilled all her plans. She didn't know how to talk to Grandpa. Her heart was racing. She shared her plans freely, but how would she break it to Mom? The next morning, encouraged by Grandpa, Harry mustered the courage to enter Mom's room, feeling guilty as she wrapped herself in the blankets and told Mom she wasn't actually. I always wanted to be with you, but I could never find you. Where did you go? I've always wanted to be with you. Time flies. I hope you're not mad because that's how I feel. Because I've always loved you. I hope one day you could love me like I love you, not like how you love Annie. Harry, I have always loved you. Meanwhile, the butler at the door was already in tears, listening to Harry's feelings over the years. Mom decided to go with him to California to clear things up from the past, but before they set off, Lisa felt unprecedented anxiety. She worried she wasn't as beautiful as before and hoped Nick would recognize her. Harry saw it all. She understood that even after 11 years, Mom's feelings for Dad were still intense like the tide. Yeah, I just talked to him. He's really looking forward to seeing you and said he's nervous. Every thought he has is about you, or he's super excited, like a little kid. He said he would meet us at the St. Alpha Hotel in the evening. Harry told a little white lie. That place is actually where Nick and Hallie are set to get engaged. The next day, they arrived at the hotel smoothly. Lisa was drinking to muster up courage, and seeing her tipsy state, Harry and the butler were a bit. Meanwhile, Nick and Hallie arrived at the hotel, but just when they were about to get cozy. Nick suddenly spotted Lisa, and at that exact moment, Lisa caught a glimpse of their intimate moment, instantly snapping back to reality, realizing she might have been duped by both daughters. And the sisters laid out their plan, hoping Mom would stop the wedding and that she would get back together with Dad. But that scene just now had Lisa fuming. Meanwhile, Nick was desperately searching for Lisa, keeping an eye out for any short-haired woman, and finally spotted Lisa across the pool. At that moment, everything froze. Nick only saw Lisa. He walked excitedly to her and kicked a chair over by accident. After that, Lisa's body brushed past him, and Nick's eyes were glued to her, ready to speak but hesitating. Yet, precisely at that moment, he didn't want to get too close to her, feeling as if he was suddenly worlds away, and couldn't help but wonder, should he say something? SK Vogue, delayed enterprises, assets, achievements. S-continents, Annie? Ollie? I guess you and Mom are pretty similar. Because you both put us on the same boat, it got so chaotic, but after finding out the truth, Nick wasn't even mad. Mom is amazing. I really don't know how you could let her go. Girls, can you let me talk to Dad for a bit? Alright, it'll give you some time. Lisa noticed the bruise on Nick's forehead. She hurried to grab the first aid kit, and during that process, their hearts drew nearer. However, this lovely moment didn't last long. The beautiful moment was suddenly wrecked by the gold digger, and seeing this, the two daughters immediately stood up for Mom. Subtitles. This is our Mom. Nick Wall, is this your Mom? Yes. Did you marry him? Sorry, you've really got it wrong. This little world is just incredible. That evening, They took their parents to a dock where a boat quietly awaited nearby. Thanks to Grandpa's generosity, everything inside was beautifully decorated. All of this was to recreate the sweet moments when they first met. At this moment, Nick and Lisa finally had the chance to talk. Back then, Lisa dreamed of being a designer, while Nick dreamed of owning a vineyard. Time flies, and now they both shine in their respective fields. When talking about the scene of their initial breakup, Nick couldn't resist asking, well, after all, it has already been 11 years since that breakup. All those beautiful memories were buried deep in their hearts. They also made plans. Harry would spend Christmas in the UK while Annie would celebrate Easter in America, but just when they were about to leave the hotel, the two sisters walked out, hoping Mom could let their family of four go camping together for a few days before they left. Otherwise, they won't recognize who is Annie and who is Harry. This position belongs to Harry. I'm just trying to adapt. You know, I hope you figure it out with Dad, or you don't want to send the wrong kid back to the UK. What will you do now? Harry's plan, which he had made with his two sisters, has been completely thrown off track. This was a great opportunity to deal with the gold digger since she never exercised. The rocky path in the mountains made her winded after just a few steps and needed a rest right